So I've been watching some Joey Carbstrong videos. First of all, he just says the same thing in every video.
The good thing to know is that we have power in what happens to these animals in our life, so you can stop the cruelty in your life, and the only way to do that is by going vegan. It's not about animal cruelty, it's about animal use. They're slaves at the end of the day. We use them for our pleasure and we don't need to, it's unnecessary. We're just trying to show compassion, in a world that doesn't care about animals.
It's the same point over and over again. It's like, oh, so you don't like cruelty in your meat. And then it's like, other thing he says is, well, why would you do it if it's not necessary? This guy, he's like one of the kings of crazy vegan psycho eyes. And it's this look like you're ready to fucking kill someone. And you'll notice it a lot with vegans, because they're so malnourished with their cholesterol deficiency, and their body wants them to kill something, and they just have this aura of, ready to burst out in violence at any moment, and they're just like holding it back, like at all times.
When I found out the truth, I had to say something about it. I had to say, like, look what's happening to these animals, I couldn't stay silent while this injustice was happening. It's just not me. It's not me.
It's the same thing in every video. He's like looking like this, like, okay, all right. And it's like every point that the person he's debating makes, he just like gets so mad every time. And he's like talking to them like he's some sort of like inquisitor.
You get caught with a gun and you go to jail. That's just the way it is. And so there was the longest time in the last 12 years that I'd been sober for. When I got out, I was on parole. I was forced to be sober. About a month of being out, I always had this seed planted in my head about veganism. I was having a conversation with my mum about smoking. You shouldn't be smoking, I thought I was this beacon of light since I'd been forced to be sober. And I was criticising her, and she said, there's a lot of vices people have that they don't change. And when she said that, I reflected. And when I reflected, I thought, I've always known that it's hypocritical of me to say that I care about animals, but, there's this piece of a cow who'd probably suffered greatly, been bolt gunned in the head on my plate. And I changed right there and then. I changed spontaneously. The next day I went full vegan, and that was the beginning of my activist journey.
He's just bursting with anger. I'm not going to dwell on this. Just go to his channel, Joey Carbstrong, you'll see it. And he's like an asshole. He's talking to them like a cop or something, This is the type of guy that if he could get away with it, he would like kill you for eating meat. Like, I seriously think he would. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm sure you can tell if you watch his videos, like, he would fucking like, he would do like, round up all the meat eaters and kill them all. Like, if you refuse to go vegan, like, he's that guy. And of course, there's armies of these guys everywhere.
We will slowly create a movement, and once we get a movement, right, once the ball starts rolling, it will start snowballing, and we'll reach a tipping point sooner or later. It might not be in my lifetime, but the groundwork will be done.
I don't like it when you say you want to watch the world burn. I don't want to watch the world burn. I'm being defiant.
Don't do this to yourself. Don't get yourself into this sort of cholesterol deficient state where your body is just like pumping violence through your veins to force you to kill something.
For me personally, I have to say, medically, a vegan diet is great. From the standpoint of the environment, I got to tell you, every time I go back to my childhood home in Fargo, North Dakota, I see acre after acre planted with feed grains for cows and pigs and chickens. And what that means is a lot of irrigation, pesticides, a lot of fertilizer that's not doing the environment any good at all. And finally, ethics has to be really utmost in everything that we're doing. And if you could be healthy and eat well and leave the animals off your plate, they're going to be a whole lot better off, and you are too.
It's like you don't want to live like this guy. Just like he finds people on the street and just like interrogates them and tries to break them down. I encourage everyone to watch Joey Carbstrong videos because it's really a window into psychosis caused by veganism, both nutritionally as well as doctrinally, dogmatically. It's like a combination of like a fanatic. Like this guy is a fanatic. He's like a fucking jihadi or something. Like he would fucking go on jihad for the animals and just like kill us. And you can see it in his eyes.
I'm not taking it anymore. I don't like it when you say you want to watch the world burn. I don't want to watch the world burn. I'm being defiant. I'm being independent. I am an independent artist. I am an important artist. And I make art. And therefore my opinion matters.